This is James Page at the FTTH Congress 2025 in Warsaw. One of our keynote speakers this morning was the director of the BEREC office, Verena, and she's got a couple of minutes to talk to us now. It's lovely to see you.
Lovely seeing you, James.
Really interested in what you said this morning. There was lots to unpack from everything that you talked about, but just to give us an overview in general, one of the things that's coming out about the Central Eastern European area is there's quite a disparity between some of the different countries and how well they're doing in terms of deployment and take-up, isn't there?
Absolutely. So first of all, it's a pleasure to be in this region for BEREC and the BEREC office. So indeed, we have, Romania leading the pack. So according to the latest DESI report, they are at nearly 96% coverage and 94% coverage for rural areas, right? This is impressive, and basically they are very close to the EU target of 2030. We have another couple of leading countries in the region. So Bulgaria is another example, followed by Hungary and the host country here, Poland, right? But then we also do see some disparities. So what we see from the perspective of BEREC and the office is that, growth has been steady, has been quite fast. But of course, there are still a couple of things to do.
You talked about on stage, there were three things, I think, that the way that BEREC and the BEREC office can help. Perhaps you could just outline those for us.
Indeed. So obviously one important area is, how to further spur the growth of fiber across entire Europe, as well as the uptake. So in that sense, one very important initiative for us is that BEREC is producing guidelines in the context of the Gigabit Infrastructure Act. So there are two sets of guidelines. One are guidelines on coordination of civil works, and the other guidelines are the guidelines on access to in-building physical infrastructure. And this is actually, to make deployment easier, to make it more cost efficient. So we're working very closely with the Commission and plan to have the guidelines published by mid-November. The second area is security and resilience. So unfortunately, we have to really think that in parallel. So BEREC has a working group on cybersecurity resilience, and it's also in our upcoming program of work for 26, where security and resilience is one of the 5 key orientations really of our work. And then the third area that I mentioned is, to think like digital policy and regulation, taking really the broader perspective of the entire digital European space, if you want so.
But you've done incredibly well to summarize that in a small space, because there's lots to cover this morning. But one of the important things is that you welcome contributions. It's a busy, noisy meeting around us, as you can see, but you welcome people coming forward and getting involved.
Absolutely. So last Friday, just after our plenary meeting, we launched a public consultation for our 26 program of work. So you'll see the topics there, you'll see the priorities. So we would really welcome the view, from all the stakeholders that are here at the conference, to tell us, okay, did we get the priorities right? What would they like to see from BEREC and the office? So just go to our website and you'll find a public consultation right there.
Perfect. Let's hope everybody takes up that offer and can find out a lot more that you talked about today and everything else, the great work that you do there. So thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us.
Thank you, James.